Canadian chat time.
Welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a little while. Have you missed us?
I think I missed you.
Who? Me or them?
I missed our audience.
Oh, yeah, of course. So I see you every day.
No,
for 3 hours.
I see you every day too.
For 3 hours.
Yes, that's true. So we are back. We took a little hiatus between our cruises back in, I think the last one we took was April of last year.
Oh yeah, the Disney
We
cruise.
did the Disney one, and then we, had a lot of family obligations, and it was summer and we weren't really traveling and things like that, but we ended up doing a 3-day Liberty of the Seas cruise. So if you have had the chance to catch those vlogs, you need to watch those.
Yeah, they're pretty good. That was our first time on a Royal Caribbean ship, and it was 3 days, so it was actually very good, actually.
We had a lot of fun, and we just thought we would jump on here to give you our thoughts of what we liked about the 3-day cruise, what we didn't like about it, what we wished we had maybe more time for.
Pretty well, yeah. I would say.
Well, let's start off with like the embarkation process. So I think we got to the port pretty early.
Did we?
Do you want me to roll the footage?
What time were we there?
We were there by around like 10:30. Was it 10:30 or 11:30? No, 11:30. Our boarding time was 11:30.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's 11:20. We're getting ready to check in.
Sure. No, actually, I don't remember it at all.
No, he doesn't remember it.
No, I don't remember it at all.
Why do you think I videotaped this stuff? So that he has something to remember. Yeah. Anyway, we got to the port at the designated time, and it was 11 o'clock or 11:30, I think it was. And we got on the ship very quickly.
This wasn't the Celebrity. No. I'm trying to think of the terminal.
It was right almost across. We were right across from the Beyond terminal. Yes.
Okay, now it rings a bell.
Yeah. Ding, ding.
Well, yeah, I always say I'm on a 7-second delay, so it just took a few seconds.
There you go. You're going to catch up with me. You will. So we did. We got on the ship really quickly, and we kind of just sat there. Well, we sat there. You and Mark took the camera around.
Yeah, we walked down and explored the ship.
Yeah.
And 3/4 of the ship we didn't even see again. That's how fast it went by.
So a 3-day cruise, just to give you an idea, is we got on the ship at 11:30 on a Friday and got off the ship on 9 o'clock,
9 o'clock on
a Monday.
Yeah, it was super fast. It was really a quick getaway, as they would say. But this was a pre-cruise before the cruise.
It was the pre-cruise cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we looked at it.
And there was a lot of stuff going on. And one thing I did notice about the Royal Caribbean, that 3-day cruise, and maybe not just Royal Caribbean in general, but that 3-day cruise, there's a lot of people on there like celebrating birthdays,
bachelorette
parties, and there was a big group of somebody who turned 40 years old, and they did theme nights.
Yeah.
They did theme nights every night, which was really fun. We enjoyed their entertainment.
Yeah, it was actually. They had a Roman night, bar mitzvahs. They had everything. You name it.
They had a Roman night?
Yeah. We didn't see it. We were in the ice show.
What? No, they did not. They did not.
This must be the wrong cruise.
What cruise were you on?
Wasn't it a white night or white cruise night or whatever night?
No.
Caribbean night?
No.
Wasn't there any night? White party?
No. They had a disco party. Anyway.
Back to this regularly scheduled program.
Joe's confused again. Either he's lost or he's confused.
They had some sort of a night.
Or he gets tripped up playing hopscotch.
Okay then. Where were we?
Okay, so I think we got sidetracked here. So, okay, we're on this 3-day cruise. It is families, it is bachelorettes, it's birthday parties, you name it. This ship is busy. Very busy.
Very busy.
I think initially we thought it was going to be like a booze cruise kind of thing, and we were kind of unsure, like, did we really want to go on this? There are a lot of kids, just FYI, so if you're not kid if you don't want to be on a ship with a lot of kids, this is not a cruise for you because there are kids everywhere.
Yeah, I think Royal Caribbean. I think most people know that though.
Yeah,
If they're going on a Royal
and
Caribbean,
it didn't bother us. No, that didn't bother us.
not at all. We didn't even.
Well, we didn't get in the pool. It was too cold.
Yeah, actually, every day. Yeah, it was like 71 or 22 degrees.
we hit we had a really cold snap down in Florida, so we really didn't. We didn't really get a chance to like explore or take a part of it and swim, hot
Yeah,
tub.
the outside stuff.
Yeah,
it was cool.
it was just too busy. So our first port was Nassau, and we explored the port there. So if you haven't checked out that video, check it out. It's just a little, we just kind of walk around the port and show you what it's all about.
It's actually it's
beautiful.
New. Yeah, it's very, very nice.
Yeah. Even if you don't want to get off on Nassau, just because of like they had like warnings and things like that for crime. The inside that little port,
It's safe, very safe.
it's safe and it's nice and there's lots of options and you can just kind of chill out there.
Now, I have a question for everybody out there. Is it Nassau or Nassau? We always talk about this.
I say Nassau.
It is Nassau, but some people say Nassau.
Nassau.
Leave a comment. Nassau
Or Nassau or Nassau.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it's saw, put the word saw. If it's sow, put sow.
Oh my God.
Nassau.
So moving along, the ship itself. Let's talk a little bit about the ship. What did you think of it?
Old, outdated.
Yes.
Other than that, yeah, everything is really, really old. That's why they're 3 and 4 day cruises. There's just enough for you to get a taste.
And then out.
Yeah. And, but for the most, it's maintained well, but it's just showing its age.
Yeah, I think the deck areas and things like that, from what I saw, like it really did, it was well maintained. Our room, though, was very old. Like it was old. And we had a corner.
I think, wasn't the ship 2009?
I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah,
if anybody knows, you can just drop a comment of when it was built.
I thought it was 2009.
Okay, I'll believe you.
Sounds good.
It sounds good in your head, right? We also, and I've made notes here because I'm the nurse, so I always take notes and things like that. The ship, we kind of explored most of it. You and Mark,
Yeah, we
and
did.
our friend Mark, him and Joe took the camera around and they were kind of filming things, and so Nick and Vanessa and I, we never really saw much of the ship. We were on the ship, then we were off the ship.
Well, you're there the day that you get on Embarkation Day, and then you're there, that's Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, you're in...
You're on islands.
Yeah, you're in the islands, and then you have perfect day at Coco
Cay, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think my favorite part of the ship was the promenade. And that I love the activity there. I love the disco night there. I love the entertainment. We saw our first ice show on Studio B.
Yeah, we loved that.
Loved it. That was so much fun. I really did like that.
Yeah, it was a great show. And then the following night, they had a Saturday Night Fever.
It was a disco party down on the promenade, and they were throwing out like rings that lit up and things like that. There was lots of shopping too on there.
How did we jump from Saturday Night Live?
I don't know.
I'm like, what? Throwing rings. I think they're throwing rings at the Saturday Night Live. I'm like, I didn't get one.
Were. Yes, they were. It was the sparkly lights. They were throwing them out
at the production show.
Oh,
that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, what rings were they throwing out?
No, I totally forgot. I lost 90 minutes of my life on that show.
Yes, most production shows on the cruise ship are maybe a half hour, 40 minutes. This one was a full, it was 90 minutes.
And it was Saturday Night Fever. The musical.
Yeah.
So we were actually pretty geeked to go and see that. The music is good, and I was like, wow, this will be really good. It was the worst show.
No, it was okay.
No, I'm going to say no. I don't think it was appropriate for the kids because there were kids there. There were scenes that initiated or imitated like a sex act.
Did they?
Yeah. And so I just didn't think that was the type of show for a kid. It was a rated R movie when I was growing up. So I just didn't think it was appropriate, nor did I think it was a good show at all. Like, I thought it was not a good show. People were leaving.
We stayed to the end.
Of course we stayed to the end.
It was 90 minutes though.
It was 90 minutes.
Yeah, that is long.
Yeah. And so I would not recommend that. And that's my own personal opinion. And to the actors and the actresses who were on there, it's nothing against you guys. It was just, I didn't like the show. I just didn't like it. So that's my own personal thing. But yeah.
It's a musical. So for you, you're not a fan of musicals.
I'm not a big fan of musicals.
No matter what, if it was 45 minutes, you might have said the same thing.
But I like the shows on the Beyond. I like those shows.
We didn't even see any shows on the Beyond.
No, we saw the ones in Eden. They were good.
Oh, those, Eden. No, but that's not
okay. So that's for another. That's for another blog. So we did like the entertainment overall. I think we would really rate that as like there was lots to do between the ice show, and if you did want to go see that, and then they had the dance parties and the promenade.
Yeah, there's always something
like the disco. Excuse me. That was overall. We did like the entertainment.
Yes.
I thought it was very good.
Entertainment was good.
Yes.
The atmosphere was good. Yes. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the food.
Food was excellent. I had really no complaints at all.
At dinner.
At dinner, yes, I wasn't.
Okay.
Maybe it's totally different than the celebrity, same old, same old.
But we had some good meals. Mm-hmm. We did. I did have a curry dish that I didn't even film because I wanted to try this curry dish and it was just not for me at all. And so the waiters, Soma and Jeannie.
Yeah, oh my God.
They were so much fun. We loved them. And maitre d' too, I can't remember his name. But anything we wanted, like they were really trying to help us out, except for the key lime pie.
Yes.
We never did get the key lime pie.
We got it the one night, which was the opening night, Friday night, and I said it was so good. How about save a pie for the next day? Yeah, we'll save it. And then the next day came, we went to dinner, and due to health regulations through the CDC that they could not...
No pie for Joe.
Yeah, no pie. So it was kind of disappointing. I waited all day for that key lime pie.
Yep. Yep. Now he's good. Yeah.
Check out that video by Kenny Chesney, key lime pie. It's actually very good.
So yeah, we did like the food. The buffet for me is kind of like a hit or a miss. I'm not really a big buffet fan. Again, it's cruise ship food. You get the same stuff in the buffet as you do like pretty much on every other cruise ship. So it was like the same sort of thing. Yeah.
Eggs, toast, pancakes,
bacon, tomatoes, beans, sausage.
Bangers
and mash.
Yeah, it was really the same.
Yeah. So, like, for us, it was, for me anyway, I was like, yeah, okay, it's a buffet. I don't think I've seen a buffet that's super wowed me.
Not a breakfast one anyways.
Not a breakfast one, yeah. So, our room, it was comfortable.
Yeah.
We had a corner aft balcony, which we had never stayed in one of those. So, I really, really enjoyed the space of it. And I sat out there one night as we were, I think, cruising to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. And I just sat out there and watched the stars, and I enjoyed it. I really did.
Yeah, there was a lot of stars.
Yeah. So we liked our balcony. We liked the location of it. So that wasn't a problem. No. Getting on and off the ship, not a problem at all. The cleanliness of the ship, I would say, was pretty clean.
Yeah,
it was pretty clean. Getting off the ship was actually
very
easy.
Yeah.
The other thing was, so we went to Nassau and then we went to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. So that was our first time exploring that island. What a beautiful island!
It was very nice.
It almost makes me want to just go to like a ship island, like their designated island, because nobody bugged me. Nobody wanted to braid my hair. Nobody wanted to sell me a massage on the beach or bags and I get it. I totally get it. But if I just want to chill and just not talk to anybody, this island was good because nobody talked to me.
She was all alone.
Well, Joe and Mark took the cameras and
Yeah, we went exploring.
Yeah, they went exploring. Like Joe and Mark love to do, like these are our friends from the UK. And Mark loves to explore things. Nick and I are more of like the laid back kind of people, but Joe likes to walk and so does Mark. So I'm like, here, go take the cameras and go explore. And they did.
No, it is very, very nice. The food there is phenomenal.
Their food was very good.
They had ribs, they had chicken sandwiches, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn.
Yeah.
You name it. It was very, very good. Mozzarella sticks, onion rings. They had quite a bit of stuff.
So they do. So if you are watching this video and you are going to go to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, there is when you get off the ship and you go through the flags, there's like you can see there's a kids little water park, and if you go to the left, that's where we went.
Yeah.
To the beaches and things like that too.
They have a pool there.
The pool was really cool. I like the pool, but it was cold.
Yeah, it was cold. It was like, no way am I going in.
That would have been good on a hot day, right? That pool, that would have been
warmed up.
Well, it would have warmed up.
Yeah, because it was like 60-something degrees.
Oh, it was very cold.
Celsius.
But again, we hit it on a cold snap. So like for us, it was like, we didn't. I got in the pool and just about lost my breath.
Yeah, I wasn't going in.
And then, so we got back there, and then we had a really good dinner again. And so overall, it was like we blinked and we were getting off the ship. And the one thing that we wished we would have known, and maybe we should have done some research on, was getting on and off the ship. If you go to the concierge at Royal Caribbean at least, and I don't know if this is done on any other ship, but see if they will take you over to the other ship, because we were getting off the Liberty and going on to the Beyond as soon as we got off. And we had paid the taxi service, but he gave us a deal. It was $20 for all of us. And we literally went right around the corner.
How many people were there? 5 of us?
There was 5 of us. Yeah.
You couldn't go wrong. You picked us up right at 9:30 like you were supposed to. And we were on the ship we were at the other ship by 9:33.
Exactly.
It was like right there.
It was the easiest thing we have ever done. Mm-hmm. It is getting off one ship and getting on another one. We've done that once before when we did Celebrity and Princess.
But we had a day in between.
And so it was kind of like...
That was fun too.
Yeah, that was fun. Mm-hmm. So...
it's like 2 cruises.
Yeah. I don't know if I would buy a drink package for
not for
the
3
Liberty.
days. You're not on you're on the islands, really. I mean,
no, but there was a question that one of our watchers had asked, and it's like, how did we get diamond status? So we did have diamond status on Royal Caribbean, and the reason why we do have diamond status is that we have loyalty match. So on Celebrity, we're elite, and so those benefits crossed over to Royal Caribbean. So that allowed Joe and I to have we were able to have 4 drinks each a day.
Yeah.
We got a free picture, a photograph. So we got one of those. And there were other things. You could get discounts on wine and drinks and things like that. But that was the biggest thing for us, was like
packages.
Yeah,
you got good discounts.
So the Royal Caribbean, actually, we were really impressed with the match. Like, I really liked it. Because Celebrity, you don't get a free picture. Come on, Celebrity.
It's the same company.
It's the same company. Why don't we get a picture when you're elite?
I just want to take a picture of these.
Come on. So rounding this up, your thoughts on this? Would you do another 3-day cruise again?
Maybe as a pre-cruise again, like a longer cruise, but just to go for 3 days to pack, unpack, fly there.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If I was doing that I wouldn't do it. Maybe if I lived in Florida, would I go for 3 days? Possibly. It is a great time. I mean, and we got to go to the Bahamas. We got to go to the private island, which was very nice.
Yeah.
And it just flies by real fast.
I'm glad we did have another cruise to do, like, to get on, because like I would never do just a 3-day cruise on its own, especially coming from Canada, right? You've got the airfare, you've got the travel that day and things like that. And airfare, as we all know, has gotten through the roof. So to travel just for a 3-day cruise, which I'm almost spending just as much money on airfare as I am on a cruise. I'm going to go down there for a little while and make it worthwhile. So I did like the 3-day cruise. I think I would, I found it kind of hard to pack because here we have like, you don't want to take everything out of your suitcase. So we brought a smaller one, but we still ended up going into the other suitcase.
We use some of this, that. And some people just went on with carry-on bags. It just depends on how you pack.
Well, I mean, carry-on bag for like a 3-day cruise you could do it. You could. Not me, but you could.
Well, you could. I mean, you just take your underwear. You're wearing them once anyways. You're wearing them bathing suits every other time.
Only one pair of underwear?
You wash them in the sink. And then when you're at the beach, you let them drip dry.
Oh my God, no.
People do that all the time. How many times would you wash your underwear if you were going on a 3-day cruise? That's a good
I would have 3 pairs of underwear.
I probably would have 4. But anyways.
Oh my God, I think we just went off the rails again.
Well, that's about it for us. We're totally off subject. So.
We did. Well, that's what cruising is like with us. It's like 1 minute we're talking about this, and the next minute we're like off talking about something else. So, yeah.
Yeah, we have such long attention spans there.
Joe doesn't.
No.
Anyway, so, okay, rounding this up again, thoughts on the 3-day cruise. I think I am go for it. I'm willing to travel anywhere. I think I would do a different itinerary.
They had one that was Key West, Bimini. It was a 4-day. Nassau and or Nassau. And yeah, it was a 4-day.
I think it was Celebrity, right?
No, was that the Celebrity one? Yeah.
That was a Celebrity one. But I'm happy that we got a chance to try the 3-day cruise. I really am. Yeah, I thought it was overall a good experience. And if you wanted to go away for a girls' weekend or a guys' weekend or a birthday celebration, I thought it was pretty cheap. I thought it was pretty. I think it was like $800 for the 2 of us.
Yes.
It was about $1,000. It was about $1,000 Canadian. I think we paid for the 2 of us
for 3 days.
Yeah, which wasn't bad.
No.
It really wasn't bad. You know, we had fun.
Yeah,
we did. We had fun. It was a nice, relaxing kind of
pre-cruise.
Yeah, pre-cruise. So check out those videos if you haven't, because on the embarkation day, we kind of take you along with us as we're getting on the ship. And you can see the bloopers at the end. I think those are probably the funniest things to watch and to edit. Because it's mainly Joe. He's my blooper guy.
I get it.
I know. It's just, like he was trying to do hopscotch and...
When was the last time I did hopscotch?
I know, but it was funny. And then his dancing, he made up a whole routine on his own of dancing when they were doing the hustle.
I was just going with the flow.
We call him Opposito.
That is true. If they're going one way, I'm going the other way.
But on that note, we have the next series coming up, which is on the Beyond, where we do Panama Canal, Colombia, and the ABCs.
Yep.
And
Aruba, Bonaire, and Carousel.
And we also have the Canada New England coming up in September, and we're planning that, and we haven't made final payment on it, but we're
waiting to see what the world.
Yeah, we're kind of waiting to see how the world fares, I guess, if you will, without getting any type of political. Yeah. But yeah, so that we have that in the books. And then we haven't really done anything for next year. We are going to England next year, so you'll see those vlogs, but that's a whole different pod. That's a whole different.
So in conclusion, thank you very much for watching this video. We appreciate you guys, and if you have any comments, please post them below.
Please leave it. We'll definitely answer, and we are at 99 subscribers.
Who wants to be number 100?
Come on, be 100. Hit that like and subscribe button. Be our 100th.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. And thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts
for checking us out.
Yep. So ciao, ciao.
For now.